Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing my May favorites with y'all. This is everything that has stood out to me and I've really been loving throughout the month of May, from fashion, beauty, home, and lifestyle. So let's just jump right into it. Everything that I'll be sharing will be linked in the description box below, and let's get started. All right, first I always start with my fashion favorites, and this heel has been reached for constantly since I picked it up this month. I first featured it in my Target haul, so if you haven't seen that, I will link it for you down below. Some really great summer finds in that video, but I have to say, I think this is what I'm most excited for. They are so surprisingly comfortable. I've worn them walking around the mall, walking, in Atlanta to dinner. I just find them very easy to walk in, and they have a really pretty braided texture. And to me, this looks like not necessarily a designer, but more of like a contemporary designer that I've seen at Shopbop for way more expensive. So I'm very happy that I found the look for less, and I know I'm going to continue reaching for these throughout the summer. Another shoe that I have really been loving this month is actually like a yard shoe, I guess I would call it. These pink sandals from Amazon. I actually picked these up around this time last year. I cannot believe it's already almost been a year, but I bought these to be my hospital shoes when I went to go have a baby because I thought they'd be really easy to clean. They are waterproof, so you can shower in them, and they were relatively very cheap as well. But I have continued loving to wear them just to slip off and on when I'm going in and out of the house. And I have been reaching for them a lot throughout the month because I've started to pick up a couple outdoor home projects recently, and I feel an urge to start getting outside and gardening, which is very out of the norm for me. I don't know the first thing about gardening or anything like that, but I have been starting to read about it, and I really want to try to grow a few things in our backyard and also kind of redo our landscaping in general. So I kind of got off on a tangent there, but if you're looking for a really great shoe to slip off and on, you're not worried about it getting dirty, I have been loving those. Another favorite, this is more so just like a favorite in general, but these ponytail scarves, I find myself reaching for these year after year once it starts to get really warm out. And I love that I can wear my hair up, but feel like it's more put together by going with a scarf ponytail. And I have a couple different prints of this depending on what I'm wearing, but I love to coordinate my outfit with them. And it just dresses up a ponytail. So if you live somewhere in a very hot or humid environment, I would definitely start looking into some hair accessories because I feel like that's a great way to feel put together in the heat. I kind of started reaching for these back in March actually when we went to Charleston, and then a lot at the beach last month, and then I've continued to reach for them again throughout this month, and I know I'm going to continue throughout the summer. Next is a pair of white jeans, and I feel like a broken record at this point, but white jeans are my personal favorite. I reach for them more than a true blue jean denim pretty much year round. They just fit my personal style more. And this month I discovered this new, I don't know if this is new, but it's new to me, this Spanx white jean. And I did a very detailed comparison comparing them to their jeanish legging, which is one that I've had in my wardrobe. So if you are looking for more info on them and how they fit and all that and want to see them on and styled, I will link to the video down below. But I was just so excited to find a good, comfortable, but well-fitted pair of white skinny jeans. So I know these are gonna be a year-round favorite. And if you are new here, I do have a Spanx code. So if you're wanting to pick up anything at Spanx, I have so many favorites from there. I've done so many videos with them in the past, so definitely check out my channel for more of my recommendations. But my code is XOAmandaJohn x Spanx for 10% off, and you also get free shipping and free returns. Another favorite is this pair of shorts from Walmart, and I honestly just can't get over them for the price point. The fit is amazing. They come in, I think, one other color, but of course I love this light blush color. They're comfortable, there's no gapping in my waist, and for the price point, you just can't beat it. If you haven't seen my recent Walmart try-on haul, I will link it for you below. I know in my April favorites, I mentioned tennis skirts and really loving a lot of activewear pieces, and really that has stayed true throughout the month of May as well. I've just been loving getting outside, loving going on our family walks in the evening. It's one of the main ways that both Tim and I like to de-stress after the day by going for a walk outside. So I'm still loving my tennis skirts. The ones I have are from Spanx. They have a new pleated version, which is super pretty. I featured that in that Spanx video, but I have also seen some more affordable options. So I will link a couple options for you down below. I've seen some really great options off Amazon and Target, so check out the description for more. I could definitely mention this top as a favorite. I picked it up in April and I just get so excited when I get to wear it, which is one of my favorite things about like finding some really cute clothing pieces. It just is an instant mood booster, instant confident booster, and for me this top has been that because I just look forward to wearing it. I actually wore it this past week for a fun girls night with some white jeans. It's just right up my alley. It's so girly. I shared it recently in my Nordstrom haul. I feel like a broken record, but a lot of recent videos have been featuring some of my favorites this month. So if you haven't seen my recent Nordstrom haul, you know the drill. I'll link it for you down below. This next fashion favorite is also a piece that I mentioned in my April favorites, but again, I'm still loving it. So I just wanted to re-mention it in case you didn't see that. And it's this Amazon trench coat, and we haven't gotten a ton of rain this past month, surprisingly. Normally this is when like the crazy summer thunderstorms pick up. But yeah, it's been a little bit drier, but when it has been raining, I've been reaching for this, and I love how lightweight it is. I feel like it's still a piece that I can wear in the summertime, even though it's not ideal when it's super warm, but it is lightweight enough to where I don't feel like super weighted down. And I also just love the overall fit of that. It does run oversized, so I recommend sizing down. I got the extra small, and you know what? I did feature it in a recent video, so if you haven't seen my Amazon video, I will link it down below. Okay, honestly, I'm annoying myself at this point, so I'm just gonna stop with that. I have also been loving this blue and white striped top, and I know it's going to be a go-to of mine for the summer. It's so comfortable, and this one is nursing friendly with buttons. I got a size small. And the last fashion favorite that I'm going to mention is this hat. So this one is from Lululemon. I have seen, I think, a nearly identical dupe at Target, so I will link that one down below. But I haven't had a hat like this where it's super lightweight, so I have been very thankful to have it as it's gotten warmer here. I wear this on all of our walks, and it protects my skin from the sun, and also just it helps me stay a little bit cooler, not having the sun like beating on my forehead. And this one is very lightweight, which I will continue appreciating throughout the summer. It's adjustable in the back, and it's just really comfortable. So this would be great for running and when you're getting outside and you just want something that's a little bit cooler than a typical like ball cap. Those are all of my fashion favorites. Now let's jump into my beauty favorites from the month of May. For almost a year, I have loved doing my own like home manicure, and I have preferred to do like gel manicures because with a baby, if you're doing it at nap time, you just never know when they're gonna decide to wake up on you. So I felt like gel was the best option for me because I knew I wouldn't have to worry about having like wet nails and then needing to go in and pick up Josie or anything like that. But recently I did branch out and try a different formula. This one does not require a light, but I feel like it still gives you a close enough look to gel. It's definitely not the same as gel, but it does give you a close look to it, and it also lasts significantly longer than pretty much any nail polish that I have tried in the past. That's another big reason I prefer gel, because it would at least last like 4 to 7 days depending on what I was doing that week. Whereas when I would paint my nails with regular polish, it didn't matter the brand. I've tried like June and Olive, I think is a popular one. I've tried them all. They all chip on me within a day or two, and it's just not worth my time. It's just more annoying than having my nails done. But I have been pleasantly surprised with this Essie formula, and I found this color. So this is the one that I have been wearing the past few weeks in my videos, and it's pretty identical to the gel colors that I was drawn to. This is in the color Pre-Show Jitters. It's like a very pink opaque white, definitely like a white in the white shade family, but has a pink undertone. And then the top coat is definitely great too, even if you just want to pick this up and use it with your favorite polish colors. But I have been impressed with how long this lasts, and it does dry pretty quickly. Like I painted them no problem this morning while she was napping. So If you are wanting to stay away from the gel light, I would check out that nail polish formula. Recently, I picked up a new eyeliner brush, and I am the type of person that just sticks with what I know works. Like, I've used the same eyeliner for, like, it feels like 10 years. It definitely hasn't been, but I've just used the same liner forever. And I recently decided to mix it up, and I have been loving the result. So this is the MAC 210 brush, and as you can see, wow, I feel old school, kind of like it, but as you can see, it is a tiny, thin brush, and I use this gel eyeliner from Bobbi Brown. I've used this in the past as well as the MAC one. Both are great, but I really love, it's a little bit softer of a cat eye. I always prefer a cat eye typically, so I just feel like it gives a little bit of a softer look by doing it this way, and it also blends into my lash line a little bit better, which is another reason I've been loving it. If you have blonde lashes, that's one of my best makeup tips for you, is to find an eyeliner that you can blend that gap between your mascara and your lash line, because it's so hard to like not have any blonde coming through because you can not get the mascara close enough. But I find that doing like a liner right at the bottom is the best way to kind of blend them in. I think I actually mentioned this favorite in my last April favorites as well, but I'm still loving it, so I just wanted to mention it again. I have been loving this Rare Beauty bronzing stick. I can't get over how well it blends out. Like, it just blends so easily, and it's also very easy to apply. So it's this stick. It can just twist up, which is very convenient, and I usually just dab it on where I want to contour, normally across my forehead, my cheeks, a little bit under here, you know. Sometimes I do my nose. Today I actually did like right under my lip, and I'm not gonna lie, it definitely made my lips look fuller. It was almost like an Instagram filter was on them. I had to like get used to it, which is not my favorite. I can't do the Instagram filters with like the big lips on me, at least. But it was very effective at like faking a little bit more of a plump lip if you like that look. So I have been loving this formula. I use the color Happy Soul, and then I also have been loving the Rare Beauty blush in the color Hope, and a little of this goes a long way. I just do one dot on both cheeks and then blend both of these out with a beauty blender, and it's been very natural. I think I like it better than powder just because it looks more skin-like. So for summer, this is going to continue to be my go-to cheek combination. I'm usually not much of an eyeshadow girl. I really love just kind of clean little wing liner, kind of like Lauren Conrad has always been like my eye makeup queen, I guess we can say. But last month I had a couple weddings to go to, and I was trying to play with like new makeup, and I fell in love with this eyeshadow palette from Chanel. This eyeshadow palette I have been loving, and I just want to preface this by saying this is not a super pigmented eyeshadow palette, so if you are very into that, this is definitely not pigmented. But for me, I personally really like that because I find it's so much easier to get a soft, natural look, and I don't have to worry about like being too heavy-handed with it. So today I just used this shimmery top color on my brow bone, this kind of warm bronze color in the crease, and then this color on my lid, and I called it a day. So very simple eyeshadow look for kind of like an everyday wear. I've fallen back into really loving my skincare routine. It's been a form of self-care throughout the past month or so since I picked up a new routine. I went to visit like a med spa here in Atlanta, and they recommended a new skincare routine for me. So I've been really sticking to that. But two of the standout products that I wanted to mention, both of these you can shop online. The first one is this youth serum. And wow, the stuff has been one of my favorite like things of the month. After I wash my face, once I put this on, just like a little dropper full, it just brings my skin back to life. It gives it the most beautiful glow, but it's not like over the top shiny. It's just a hyaluronic acid with peptides, and I use this morning and night. They actually recommend to dispense half a dropper, which in my opinion is just way too much. I feel like a little bit really goes a long way. But you put this on after you wash your face, and it's kind of the next step after that. And I can tell a huge difference with it. And then the other product I've been loving is this brightening lotion. And again, I feel like I can really see a difference. And I love the applicator. It's just a pump. I don't even know if I truly use like a whole pump of it. But this moisturizer, I feel like does a really good job of brightening my skin. So I've been loving my entire routine, but these products have definitely stood out to me out of all of them that I have used. And I did reach out to them to see if I could get a code for y'all, and they did give me a 10% off code. So if you're interested in trying these or any other products from Skin Farm, you can use Amanda10 for 10% off. Those are all of my beauty favorites from the month. Now let's move into my lifestyle favorites. First favorite, if you have been a subscriber here on my channel, you probably are going to recognize this fan. I bought this back in 2020, and it is still one of my top 5 best Amazon purchases that I have made. Every summer, I'm so thankful that I have this. It is surprisingly very powerful, but also extremely lightweight. You can easily fit this in your back pocket or clutch, and throughout the summer, I am not left without this. And every time I pull it out, I feel a little extra, but at the same time, I know everyone is jealous of this. So you can get it for like 13 bucks right now, and it does have 1-day shipping the last I checked. So this is something I would buy for every single member of your family, so no one is left without throughout the summer. This month, I also jumped back into a workout routine. I was doing really well with this starting back in October, and then of course the new year, and then it kind of fell off once work got a little busier, but I'm very glad that I put it back into my routine, and I'm still using the Sweat app, which I've talked about before. It's just an app that I have on my phone and has a bunch of different workout programs. So I started that with like the postpartum workouts back in the fall last year. So if you are looking for a postpartum workout, that's the one that I did. I have done Pure Barre in the past, and I just love bar workouts. I find them to be very fun, but also very challenging, and honestly a very unique workout. So I have been enjoying that. I do have to modify the abs occasionally. So I find the workouts very challenging while I'm in them, but I also enjoy that I don't get like extremely sore after the fact like I would if I was doing like crazy lunges and stuff, but I feel like it's still just as effective. So I have been loving incorporating bar routines into my workout. I do them about 3, maybe 4 times a week. And then I also am still doing like walks with my family in the evening. And that's pretty much it for my current workout routine. If you're curious, I did finish 2 books this past month. So the first one I finished earlier this month. I started it on our road trip back from the beach, and it took me a while to finish. I just remember I was like falling asleep on the couch while reading it. And I don't think that is necessarily because of the book per se, but that hasn't happened to me with all the other books that I've read, so I don't know. But the first one is called Things We Never Got Over, and I would not give this book a 5 out of 5, maybe like a 3.7. I feel like I'm personally a hard critic when it comes to books and pretty much anything in general. I see so many people like love a lot of the same books, and then I read it and I'm kind of like, meh, I don't know. Wasn't the best, you know? But I do think overall it was a good read. I'm glad I read it. So it was a typical kind of love story between the two main characters' perspective. And the reasons I wouldn't say it was like the best book ever is because I felt like it did drag on a little bit at times. And I felt like there was a lot of main characters to keep up with. I was getting kind of confused as to who was what, you know? I think overall it was a cute read. It just kind of drug on a little bit for me, in my opinion. And then I feel like when it ended, it was just kind of like over after all of that. You know, I invested a lot of my time into those characters, and then it just kind of was over, and I was like, all right. But I think there is like another book that kind of goes into some of the other characters, so I may eventually check that one out. And then the other book that I actually finished it last night, and it is Layla from Colleen Hoover, who is currently my favorite author of the moment. And wow, this book, I don't even know where to begin. It's not her typical book. I think it's more of like a supernatural kind of thriller type of book. And at first I thought I was going to give up on it because I started to get like spooked out. And I'm not about that. You know, I don't enjoy scary movies. Like I would never pay to go to a haunted house again kind of thing. I mean, growing up, I couldn't even watch Scooby-Doo. So I am kind of a baby when it comes to scary things. So I almost gave up on it. But I am glad that I continued reading it because I thought overall the story was just unexpected and really enjoyable. It's definitely like a book with ghosts involved, so if that's not your thing, I wouldn't necessarily deter you away from the book because it's not really my thing. But if you like books that you can completely think happened, then I don't know if this one is for you. But overall, I did really love the love story. Like, it was a true love story. So definitely enjoyed it. I would give it a 4 out of 5. Maybe a 4.5 out of 5. It was good. Let me know what you have been loving this past month down in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button, and I will see you on Thursday with a new video. Bye.